morning, guys, and whoa, that's crazy. Good morning, guys, and welcome to the show. Today's gonna be a little different. It's summertime, it's Sunday, and this means that there's tons of events going on. Saturdays, Sundays, Friday nights. Anyways, vacations, all that stuff is going on right now. As a car stereo fan and a car audio and just a car fan in general, there's lots of these car shows going on right now, which means there's opportunities to take some really amazing pictures. So today, we're gonna talk about taking pictures. So for those of you guys that are like, oh wait, don't get me wrong, it's gonna be car audio related because we're going to a car stereo show. We're gonna take pictures at the car stereo show. Like I said, today's gonna be a little different. Now, no matter how you plan on taking your pictures, whether you're using a smartphone, or you got a DSLR, or you got a point and shoot, or a micro four thirds, or there are so many different types of cameras right now. It's hard to keep track of them. Either way, go to the shows and, well, my pictures kind of suck. And we know this because we see a lot of them on Instagram. You know who you are. Fernando and I were talking with Ada up at Absolute Electronics. He goes, hey man, don't you take pictures? And I go, yeah. He goes, how come you never done a show talking about that? And I was like, I don't know. He goes, you should do a show talking about taking cool pictures. So if you guys are mad at somebody, be mad at them. Not me. I'm just the guy with the camera. GWC. So we thought we'd do is we'd start out with what's in your bag. What are you taking to the show? Now, if you just have a smartphone, well, you're all set and ready to go and head out. Or if you have some kind of interchangeable lens camera system, you might be like, you know, I want to take this style picture. I've seen it, and I don't know how they're getting it. So I have my bag here, and let's go through it, and I'll talk about the lenses and what we're going to take to this. And then when we get there, we'll show you how they work. First thing we want to look at is the camera you plan on taking. This is the camera of choice for me right now. It's the Canon 5D Mark IV. And what I have attached to it is their 70-200 f2.8. The thing that makes this lens cool is that it doesn't change length. So every time you do this, it stays the same. This is nice because you can get used to the size of it when you put the lens hood out. This is the maximum length it'll ever be. It never gets any longer. So when you're zooming around doing things, you don't have to worry about this hitting it because you can build that muscle memory. Next up is a wide angle lens. Wide angle lenses are probably one of the most popular lenses for taking those like really big pictures, or if you're trying to get a picture inside of a car or something like that, you want to get the whole car, you need a good wide angle lens. This is the Canon 16-35 f2.8. Now a walk around lens is what they call them. That's like a medium telephoto length, meaning it comes in kind of wide but goes out kind of long, but not too far and not too wide, is this guy right here. This is the 24-70 f2.8 Canon. And then there's some specialty lenses. This guy right here, this is the 100mm macro. And what the macro is designed to do is it uses a 1:1 aspect ratio. So for everything you're looking at, it's the exact same size. This allows you, if you're trying to take, let's say there's some cool wiring on an amplifier or something on a dash or some rims or something like that, you really want to get in close to it, you need a macro lens to do that. This one's nice because it's image stabilized, so when you're getting in close like that, it automatically will compensate for the shakiness in your hands. And then we have the fixed 80. Now this guy is just 80mm, meaning that you have to use your feet to get closer or further back. But what makes this unique is that it has an aperture of 1.2. Now what that means is when you see those pictures that have like that one thing that's in focus and everything else is blurry, this is the guy. And then this guy right here in the bag, this one, this is the 300mm f2.8. This is probably my favorite lens right here. There again, this is a fixed focal length, so there is no like, you can't stand here and like turn the thing and zoom. It doesn't do that. What this thing is designed to do is, there again, you use your feet. It has a minimum focusing distance of 12 feet, which means you can't get any closer than 12 feet. But when you are at that 12 feet and you're trying to take a picture of something, it compresses the image and just brings everything into just, ooh, I like it. Now this is a lot of gear that we're bringing to this show. I'm one of those guys, you go to a show, you see something that's a once in a lifetime thing, and you have the wrong lens. That sucks. So you get an okay shot. Whereas if you just brought the right lens, story time with Dean. So this picture right here is a picture of Darth Maul that we took at Hollywood Studios at Disney when they used to do Star Wars first weekend. I was walking around with my 300mm lens, and he of course was over somewhere taking pictures with people. I didn't want to wait in line to get my picture taken with him because I just wanted a picture of his face. So I was able to stand far back, and just as there's like people a foot away from him, and I got this shot, and I was like, yeah. And this guy walked up to me and he goes, is that a 300mm lens? I go, yeah. He goes, why did you bring it to Disney? I go, why wouldn't you bring it to Disney? He goes, well, what? Did you get the shot? So sometimes bringing too much gear, it can be a burden because, you know, I'm gonna have all this weight on my back, but it'll allow me to get the shot. Don't be afraid to bring gear. All right, so I'm gonna grab Haley right now because we're in Haley's car, which means we get to jam out listening to the Kicker Key. Yay. So we're gonna head over there. We're gonna meet up with Fernando. We're gonna look at some cars. And we're here. Hey buddy, what's going on? Looking fly in your Mobile Solutions Master t-shirt. Yeah. The sound of a sound show. Let's grab our stuff and head over there. Naturally, as soon as you get to the show, the first thing you want to do is pull out your camera and start taking pictures of cool stuff. What you might want to do is take a minute and just kind of walk around first and see what there is to see. And then kind of make a mental list of what you want to go back and take a picture of. Now while you're doing this, have your camera out, because sometimes people will close up their cars and you'll miss the opportunity. Then you might just have to go talk to them, and no one wants to do that. Say, hey, can I take a... What we got going on here is big amplifiers, lots of wire. There's a couple different shots you can take at this. You can take a shot of small detail like the wiring. You can just take your standard like big picture shot showing everything. The idea though is to get a little creative. Don't just stand behind it, square up and shoot the shot like this. Move around a little bit. Try your angles. Get low, get high. Not that kind. Sometimes less is more. Fill the frame is the name of the game. Come up on something like this guy here that you've seen at a previous show, and you're like, oh man, now I have my camera, because last time I didn't. You go up to the guy that owns it and you say, hey man, do you mind if I take some pictures of your car? And they're usually, take your time, do what you need. You have carte blanche to take a lot of nice pictures. Kind of look at what you think you may need and what you think you want, and then make sure you have the right lens in the camera. For this, I think I'm gonna change out my lens. I think I might want the macro for this. All right, let's take some pictures. Now the macro is a fixed lens too, so when you want to zoom in and out, you physically have to move. It's 100mm, so you have to go in, you have to come out, move around a little bit, look like a silly person. Now when you've gotten all the shots you can with that lens, if you don't feel like you've gotten everything you want, go ahead and switch lenses. I was shooting it and I was thinking, you know what? I want that cool wide angle look where I get all this stuff in focus. I don't need depth of field on this, so I'm gonna go ahead and move my f-stop up something to like 5, 6, somewhere between 5, 6, and 8 depending on the light. See if I can get that nice big with all these Alpine amps in focus. Another thing too, when you look through your camera, there's all these little boxes that move around when you're taking pictures. Those are the focus points. I recommend setting it to manual focusing points, and what that'll allow you to do then is you can use your buttons on your camera to move those focus points around. Now if you're using your phone or a point and shoot, that's where you tap on the screen and tell it where you want to focus. That's important, because you want to lock that focus in so that the thing you're trying to take the picture of is the sharpest thing in focus. Now another thing too, when you are taking a picture, everyone always focuses on what's in the center of the frame. Don't always do that. Before you take that shot, just send your eye around the corners and check to see what's going on in the corner. All right, now in the dash of this car, they got this cool iPad that I'd seen last time. I want to get a picture of that, but I only need a snapshot because we just want to have it more for if we wanted to do it in Fernando's car. Is the air conditioning controls mounted behind it?
Yeah, flip that.
Oh,
Yeah, move everything down there.
okay. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
You just took like the metric kit and reworked that?
That's a metric kit, yeah.
Okay.
Russ did that actually.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime, the car's always open.
You can do whatever you want to do. Thank you. One of the things you want to keep in mind when taking pictures is that you're not in the reflection. Sometimes you'll have like backlighting and they'll have shiny stuff like plexiglass, and you'll be taking this picture and you'll be so focused on what you're taking picture. There's a picture of you in the picture. You might not want to do that. So there again, that goes to looking around the frame before you snap the shot. Check for stuff like that. Now whether I need it or not, I don't care. I'm always breaking this bad boy out. There's always something that's gonna get a picture taken with this. Summer is here. Go outside, take some pictures, post those up on Instagram and Facebook, and have fun.
Yes.
That's all that matters. Like I said at the beginning, this is a little bit different video. We know we used the big Pro Tools today, got the big cameras out, had a lot of fun with that. If you guys like this one, let us know, and we'll talk about doing maybe some iPhoneography or Android, you know, smartphone stuff. Show you what we do when we take those pictures. Fernando's really good at that stuff. Fernando, see ya.